The Athletics broke ground on a Major League Baseball stadium in Las Vegas yesterday.
I was down there yesterday.
You were not down there yesterday. Does it make Major League Baseball expansion a little more real to you? All right, they had to solve these stadium issues. They've broken ground because that Vegas thing, that kind of lingered on. I don't know if you've talked to any of your friends in the media down there. There's some guys down there you've known for a long time.
Correct.
But it took forever to get that deal across the line. It was like, okay, I believe they're moving when they finally break ground. Well, now they've broken ground.
It doesn't make expansion more real because I think they're going to do it. It's just a question of, is Salt Lake City and the Wasatch Front, when does that become more real? Because if they expand and it's not here, it's like BFD.
So what? Yeah.
Yeah. But if they expand and it's here, this is just gigantic news.
That would be VBD. Very big deal.
It would, yeah, that would just be landscape changing in a manner that we have not seen since the Jazz came here. And that's no offense to the hockey.
But MLB.
And the season in which it plays is different. Our winters are already busy.
MLB bigger than...
Hockey made it busier.
MLB bigger than the Pac-12 and Big 12?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I think so.
The Jazz made the city major league, so, okay, you can hold that up.
Right, because they were always playing games at Rice Eccles. They were always playing games at LaBelle Edwards Stadium. And there had been times, a fair amount of times, that both programs, even if they were in a lower perceived conference, still played football at a high level, and sending kids from their schools to the NFL, nobody bats an eyelash. Even back then, we didn't bat an eyelash. No, we actually expected who's it going to be. And bringing MLB, because now you're not just bringing MLB, you're bringing the Yankees. You're bringing
the Dodgers and the Giants and whoever else is awesome at the time. Cal Raleigh.
And I think...
Y'all could be out there to see Cal.
Go see Cal.
Go see Cal.
If you want a better deal, go see Cal. All my Arizona and Southern California fans, they should know.
Laughing right now, yeah.
If you want a better deal, go see Cal.
My father-in-law or my wife are listening right now, and they're singing it along with you right now.
They spent some advertising dollars to keep some radio and TV people employed for decades.
They're both Orange County natives, and they've quoted that so many times to me.
And he was in the Phoenix area, too. So, yeah, absolutely. You are introducing something that didn't exist that just makes it incredible. So I can't get excited about that yet. The turning of the dirt and Vegas doing its thing.
It's just the commissioner says so many times, no expansion until we get these stadium issues solved. In Vegas, okay, solved.
Expansion doesn't mean we're coming.
Yeah, but Tampa seems to be still a ways off.
And and they've got their issues and all that stuff, what's going on there.
But they got a new owner, so maybe that'll break the log.
Hopefully that moves it,
Yeah, but it seems, I don't want to let myself get excited about that yet. About us having an MLB team.
Well, I think to your point, PK, because you continue to hear about these other cities who are all kind of jockeying for position.
I mean, it is cutthroat.
How does Salt Lake stay on top of the heap?
I mean, it is just as competitive as it could possibly be. Cities are willing to do all this stuff. The Diamondbacks want their ballpark enhanced. It's old now and blah, 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 and renovated. And, there was a quote from some council person or some elected official a couple weeks back. I don't want them, we played it, didn't we? I don't want them to be the Utah whatever. Remember, didn't we play the quote? Because it was he picked out some outrageous name and we laughed about it. Maybe you were gone that
I think I was gone.
Yeah.
The Vols or something like that.
You picked something you played it. I know you played
Mold?
No, like Vols. It was like some
like just making an extreme point.
Marmot or something.
Yeah, right. And so we played that. And but they needed 2 clearances before it goes to the governor for the funds, and they've gotten those 2 clearances. Now it's at the highest level And if the governor signs off, which they say is expected to happen, then the stuff that they're looking for to go for that ballpark will be taken care of. So they'll be over there doing their thing, and that franchise will stay there. Because if you recall, they had taken out whatever you needed to take, some initiatory things as far as in Henderson, Nevada, a few years back. Well, now obviously with the A's moving, that would be off the table. But
It was the Utah Pica.
He just made up.
Yeah, he's called them the Utah Pica.
Yeah, and we got a hold of that sound, and it was ear catching. So I think that from that perspective now, okay, fine, but what's it going to be? It still seems like we have a cross country trip here, and we're in a car. We're not in a scooter. We're not on an e-bike. We are in a car, but I don't know if that car is going to make it, or do I need to, by the time I get to St. Louis, is it going to break down? You know what I mean? So I'm waiting, and I believe in the Miller family. Someone was just asking me, why'd they buy the soccer team? And I said, well, I think it's part of the bigger picture here, that they want to get back into sports, and they're going to make money on it. And it's a niche sport, but it's a fine niche sport, and it has its place. And so they're going to do that. And plus, I think it sends the message, we're going to bring stability to this soccer franchise, and we're going to win, and we're going to do what we did for 40 years with the Jazz. So MLB, of course we're going to do this once we get this team. We're going to send a powerful message. Now, we've run 2 franchises. We're going to run a third at the highest level, and we're going to hire the right people, and away we go.
And Steve Starks is going to stand in front of a microphone and say, this is what we do.
Right. Exactly. And we had Pablo Mastroeni on there the other day talking about this. He's super excited because he knows. Everybody knows what they did for so many years across the street here. And it was a model. Popovich, I want to be like them. Talked about that.
And RSL has been the exact opposite of that. For a decade, it's just been constant change. Coaches, general managers, owners, basically one move a year, every year since 2013.
It's amazing they've even had any level of success.
It is. All right, DJ PK, when we come back, the Mammoth. Who might they draft? What will the impact be? And what other offseason moves are out there? Jay Stevens, NHL and Utah Mammoth insider for The Zone and host of the Utah Puck Report podcast, joins us next. Stay with us.